Well, hello, viewers. Good morning, and good afternoon, or good evening to whoever's watching at whatever time. I'm Jeffrey, as you know of. Recently went to South Korea. I'm sure you guys seen all the videos, and you saw me disappear. Like, oh, where is he now? Where is he now? But I'm focusing on a lot of music. For those who don't know, I am a producer, singer, songwriter based in Florida. So I make all kinds of music, EDM music, sometimes pop music, a fusion of the two, indie music sometimes, hip hop. So check me out at this link. I might even just leave it in the description because it's kind of hard to type in. But what I'd like to show you guys in this video is my short promo videos that I did for a EP I just released, not just released, but in July. I did it all in South Korea, and I wanted to take my camera gear, the lenses I used. So I'd like to show you, each and every video. And afterwards, I would like to recap the lenses I used, the indie filters, and the settings and all that. So you can get a basic understanding of how I work and talk about some shots and stuff, things that I like, things I didn't like, and what it's like being there and just all that. So let's get right into it.
Going to the night, wake up on the bright side. You know it's a fight. You know you're my type, girl. Hop up in my ride, out until the sun's down.
Ooh, whoa, yeah, ooh, whoa, yeah.
Going to the night, wake up on the bright side. You know it's a fight. You know you're my type, girl. Hop up in my ride, out until the sun's down.
Ooh, whoa, yeah, ooh, whoa, yeah. You see, diamond shine on me, like Coachella. You know where I be. Don't say, I'm putting it all, yeah. Cause I'm just looking forward to the snatch. It's that tense, I'm itching a jacket, like it in your first call. You know I just sat in you. The late nights, I know that's what it's all about. Let's go and check it out. Now they got me saying,
Going to the night.
whoa, whoa, yeah. Talk to me, babe. I'm a cynical, yeah. Thoughts of my own, yeah. Tryna get home, yeah. I've been thinking about how my story goes, yeah. It'll take some time, like I'm picking out my clothes. Striped shirt, long pants, the white socks. Cloudy day, kinda damp, but I got. Tell your friends, Polaroid the headshots, and I ain't worried about a thing. I know most days been better. At least I got on your sweater.
Hey, talk to me, babe.
begin now. Unset time, less my mess. Take it all away now. Digress, find rest. I confess who I just became now. Yeah, in the back of my mind, yeah, it was us, yeah. How does it feel knowing you're still by my side? Tongue is the kill, baby, do you wanna fly? Dreams I've been dreaming, fill me up with life. When I see you in the distance, you're still shining bright like Sirius. Appetite curious, despite how the past was gone, we're doing us. I just wanna escape the real world, and after nighttime, I just wanna rewind. Whoa, I feel perfect.
I hope you enjoyed those videos. Those took so long to edit because I had to do all the editing. Of course, you see all the like effects that I use, like the 16mm look and the grain and the motion blur and all that. But it was so much fun editing all this stuff, to be honest, and color grading it. So yeah, so for these shots, the lenses I used, I tried to stay between the ultra wide lens, as you see here, the 7.5 and the 18-55. But I think all of these shots might be the ultra wide, if I'm not mistaken. Look at this shot right there. That was a cool shot. Oh, that shot right there, right there. As I'm walking down, we actually had a gimbal. I brought my gimbal. It was in that bag that it's on my backpack. But yeah, that gimbal shot. You also have the VCR effect. This is in DaVinci too, so I didn't have any overlays. This is DaVinci's, which is, it looks pretty realistic if you can tweak it in a way. So I like doing a lot of effects with that. Yeah, basically all the shots here were with that ultra wide lens. And the reason I actually just got this lens before I went to South Korea is like, you know what, I think I need just a bit more room so I can have fun with this. I don't really want to stick to one lens that is a little close up to the subject, or doesn't have a lot of, I don't have a lot of room to move around. As you can see here, I'm just having fun. And basically every move that she gets, it's handheld and it looks authentic. You know, it's just, I'm having fun. There is one downside with a lot of these shots, and when you're in daylight, I like depth of field. I like blur background. It kind of just gives it a better effect for a music video. And the 7.5 lens, it comes with this ND filter. It doesn't go on the front of the lens. It goes on the back, and it's tiny. So it's like a penny size, like quarter sized ND filter that screws on, and it's at a certain stop, so you can't, it's not variable, which would be crazy if they actually made like a variable penny ND filter. But this shot right here was one of those that I was not really happy with, because look at this. I mean, it just looks horrible. But at the same time, I tried to make up for it with, I guess, making it look grainy and, you know, all the other stuff. So I did have trouble, you know, since it's at this certain stop, and I have my aperture set, or what is it, my shutter set at 1/50th. I don't really want choppy footage. I want to keep it at 1/50th, and I want to keep it like that. So in order for that, I have to do the ISO, and I got to do the aperture, and it's kind of hard, you know, you're not exposing anything. It's just hard. So that's why this shot doesn't look as good as it usually does. Now, keep in mind, this is the Canon EOS M. For what it is, really good. But some things, if you push the camera, you'll definitely notice. Most of these shots are probably in 1080p. As for the settings, I like to keep it, you know, as long as the camera's not messing up. I don't want to experience any complications while recording, because my dad or my mom or my sisters are the ones filming the video. And if they have to be like, something happened and they didn't tell me, or this thing like, they're going to tell me, of course, but I don't have to deal with that. So I kept it at 1080, and like, I think it was 14-bit or something like that. Sometimes I even go like 12-bit just to be safe. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really enjoyed this spot for that shot. I just knew, oh, dude, this would work perfect. So, because like these songs are already finished, I just had to think of the location I wanted to do them at. So this was like a perfect spot. So yeah, I feel pretty good about this. There are some things I didn't like, of course, the lots of the grain and the noise. I mean, some of these don't even have filters on them, and they just so it is what it is. But nonetheless, it's still a cool video because one, I edited all of it, which is I guess that's props. Make some noise for me. Woo. But yeah, and all the other things that went into it. There's color, there's character, there's there's happiness, there's energy. So that's what I like to create. And I want to do more of this stuff. So, as you can tell, let's move on to the next video. All right, I tried to make up as much screen space as I could because this is actually, I don't know. It is what it is. Now, this was at an arcade in the middle of, I think it was Busan, the city of Busan in South Korea. Cool place, to be honest. So, as you can see, just going with of course, my ultra wide lens to get everything. There's me spinning around and of course, I put like little things like the aperture diffraction. So these lights, it's starry. So for each song, I wanted to match the vibe with the video. Or actually, each video I wanted to match the vibe with the song. Sorry about that. So as you can see, it's all pretty, it's sparkly, and in the song, you got the. So this was a lot easier to film just because, okay, there's enough light in here and I can shoot it. I don't have to use the ND. Of course, I don't need to use the ND, but I could expose some of my shots, right? Some things might be blown out, but it's more the whole creative idea process of the whole video. So, and I love that shot too. We had a game in there we were just trying to play. I was like, you know what? I'll throw that in there. It didn't make it into the final version of the EP promo video, but it's still a cool, still a cool thing. Maybe I'll release it by itself on I don't know, Instagram or TikTok, whatever I use. But yeah, like I said, stuck with that. 7.5 was a little bit easier to film with. Of course, 1080p, so you're going to get these little details you see over here, aliasing a little bit. So I did what I could. I knew there was a lot going to be happening in the shot, so I knew it didn't have to be perfect. I mean, work with what I got. So still a cool shot. Let's move on to the next video. This is Polaroid. This was actually the first video I shot out of all of these videos. And of course, I don't think I don't know if I was ready to. It's kind of, I had to get used to just filming and rapping, being in that space or singing with people surrounded by me because I feel like they're going to stop and stare at me. That's what I was thinking about. So, of course, it's not my best performance compared to maybe the last video I did. But, I honestly just love this because there is so much to it. There is so much character in the city, the way the city looks, and there's just so much. There's so much. I don't know how to explain it, man. Just go to South Korea if you can afford it. There was a couple locations we filmed this at, so this wasn't all one location. Yeah, I just had my dad stand there. Just I'll walk around in a circle. You feel me? This is the 18 to 55 right here. Of course, he didn't zoom in a lot. He just kept it at a fixed, but I knew grading this would be really fun. I like that shot right there. It almost looks like a music video. Like, to be honest, someone wouldn't even know that it's just this little Canon I used it on. And I didn't have a big old setup. It was just that attached, and I think I used my ND filter. For those who are gonna ask, which ND filter did you use? Well, I actually own a K and F ND filter variable, so I can adjust how dark I want it. So I think I used the ND filter on this because when I shoot at a 1/50 of a shutter, sometimes I think this, what does this lens go to? It's like 3.5, so it still can get bright, to be honest. But as long as I take a good look, like all these shots, I just take a good look at what does my skin tone look like? I'm not too blown out, or is my shirt not too blown out? Of course, I'm dark skinned, but I mean, is my shirt blown out? Not really. Okay, I guess that'll pass. The sky is going to be blown out probably no matter what, but I'm not really focused on that. Sometimes when I'm editing these, I'll bring down the highlights a little bit, and it actually kind of flattens the image to give it that more, I wouldn't say cinematic look, but it definitely helps with the video's look, like more of a music video type look, but not too contrasty. But I think for all these videos, I was going for this kind of look, as the 16 mil or the 8mm or the film, you know, all that kind of stuff. I just love that. Cool, next video. Now rewind is very quick. 18 to 55 right here. I was on the hyper train, taking hyper train back. This was also 1855. A lot of, yeah, all 1855 right here. Simple. It's my favorite lens just because it's really sharp. All my other lenses I have are like Nikkor in the TT Artisans or the 7 whatever. I think the 7 Arch is pretty sharp, but the Nikkor lenses I have are slightly softer. So the 18 was just nice because I knew I can get sharper look. Cool, next video. Timeless. Now in the EP video, or the one I released, none of this was here. It was just a certain part I wanted. So here's our ultra wide 7.5. Let's fast forward a little bit. I did a lot. Mostly, let's see. Yeah. Something about I think it's just because I got the lens. I was like, let's just use it a lot. I mean, something about an ultra wide lens and a single person, it could just tell much more of a story and, you know, their personality about them. Because it's just like, it's up close and personal. You know what I mean? Look at this. Now, here, like I said, these shots do not look great. I'm not sure what happened, man. At the Indion, and of course, to get these shots, you obviously want a very low aperture. Or how low does my 7 Artisans go? It might be a 1.8 or a 2. I don't have it with me right now. It's just back there, but it goes pretty low, and it gets really close. Like you can go really close to this stuff, but the noise, man, because the ND filter, you can't adjust that, the noise. So when I crank up the ISO, it cranks up everything else. And I'm like, maybe I should have used dual ISO, but I'm not sure exactly how that would work. Yeah. Not much to say about this, but this was just, you know, for fun. I could have thrown this in the regular videos, but for my YouTube videos, I like to keep everything a lot more cleaner. You know, not a lot happening. Sometimes I will move a lot and my shots will seem really shaky, but you know, for the music video, it's like anything goes. I have someone else holding it, of course, so they're gonna try their best. It's not hard really holding that camera, but to stabilize it, you know, you have to have a little bit of experience. My sister's like the only one that I think I'd say that has the most experience just holding it and positioning it in the right place for my shots. So let's move on to the next one. Weightless. I think this one was my favorite video. The location is awesome, of course. I was like, this is perfect for a hyper song or just an energetic song. Of course, what do we use? So I used the 18 to 55 for that first shot, and then that ultra wide lens. My sister's the one filming this, and actually those shots right there, my mom was filming this. So just follow me. I'll be walking. I'll be singing, rapping, whatever it is. And it's kind of hard. I only have my phone. I didn't have any speakers, so or hit record, play the song, and then just make sure I can hear it. But I knew the words. I mean, it's my stuff. So, so she was really getting into it for a lot of these shots. This actually was the shot where there was a couple of people watching me. There was a group that was just leaving, and they heard the music, and like it was like 6 people, bro. They all like turned around, and then there's more people approaching. So I'm like, great, now I got like a little concert going on. But I was like, you know what? Just have fun. So I kept going. Yeah, the lighthouse shots are great. I really love those shots. And I wanted all my video shots to kind of have a slightly different color grade. Like this, for example, were all the shots the same? Let's see, or at least the color grading. Like this is a bit more. Like I don't know what LUTs, like exact LUT I use, but I can tell this is a bit more cooler. I didn't really shoot for a warmer shot. This one's a bit more clearer. I think I used a different LUT for this. This one's a bit more warmer. So I just tried to make sure for each shot, it looked good. I wouldn't say match it to the next shot, but make it look like it has its own vibe or its own characteristic. So yeah, and I love the little. So these are overlays that I throw in. I just have to me going the spinny winny winny, but I just had to put them in the correct places, like from one shot to the next. This shot, boom, and you're like, oh wow, that looks kind of like realistic in a way. But yeah, that's an overlay. I had to download all this stuff. I was like, I need to find all like this is how my music videos are gonna stand out. Because if I just did like single cuts, it's not much to it. It's just different shots. But if you add that layering, the overlays and all that stuff, like even this shot, the zoom out, and it actually hits on beat, so it just has a bit more effect to it. So yeah, I had a blast editing all this. I think this one might have been the most, if not Brightside. I mean, I loved all of them, but I think either this one or Brightside. Yeah. So like I said, this was the 18 to 55, had the ND filter on. Ultra wide. I mean, they're my two favorite lenses right now for at least for this type of stuff. In the future, I don't know if I might be using the ultra wide. I'm thinking of getting a Blackmagic 6K. I mean, that's a huge upgrade, but saving up money, and I'm really thinking about this. Now, I'm not sure exactly. I want to do more music stuff, but I just need somebody to film me. So I know somebody at where I work who does a lot of the camera stuff, which could be weird, but it's probably not available all the time. No worries. But yeah, I would love to get like a Blackmagic 6K. I'm thinking of the G2. I heard some good things about it. It's just like slightly a bit more changes, but it just opens up so much more possibilities of good image quality. Lens choices. I actually got more lenses. I have to show you guys my new lenses I got. And I got the Nikon adapter that's for the EOS. It works with all the lenses I got. So I actually have, it's my uncle gave them to me. He gave me like 3 lenses, I believe. And this big old Nikon D3. Like it's an old camera, but it's yeah, huge. But one of the lenses is like an 80 to 200, and it works with my EOS M. So imagine the combination right there. That's just a hot dog and a hamburger bun. But yeah, so like I said, these are all the shots. These were all the stuff. Those were full shots too. So obviously it all got edited down. But if you enjoyed it, leave a comment. If you have any more questions, I'll try to answer as best I could. This was months ago, so I can't recall everything, but I filmed this obviously because I wanted to have some memory and be like, oh wow, I did this and I was there and I remember that, So I had a lot of fun doing this. So any new videos coming out, I'm not sure. I haven't been doing much with my Canon EOS M. I'm thinking about getting a way better camera, but I still love my EOS M. It is my love of my life. But yeah, I want to get better at my craft, my music, my career. I will drop the link to my artist stuff so you can check it out. You might be surprised. Follow my Instagram. Follow my YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel account. So that name, you'll find me basically anywhere. All socials, but the website, definitely check out because that's where you see everything. Even the videos that I just showed you, they should be like a video tab. It shows them. So check it out. Who knows if I'll be back, but I definitely wanted to show you guys this because this can't really go unnoticed. And I also wanted to show my creativity side besides the music. So I'm doing all kinds of stuff. So eggs in all kinds of baskets. But thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you soon. Peace out.